Does your to-do list have too many to-dos on it that you'll never get through? Like your to-do list needs a to-do list, or your to-do list has different categories that have different subcategories. So when you go to write it down, you're like, oh, is this my home category? Is this my kids category? Is this my business category? And then you have subcategories off of that. And it just drives you absolutely bonkers and crazy. I'm with you. I'm feeling that this morning. I went to bed last night trying to make lists that didn't make sense because the list turned into lists in those different subcategories that I talked about. And then I woke up this morning with those things on my mind and a timestamp and due date for all of them. And I realized that I had forgotten one of those things that was on my list that had a to-do. So if you can feel me as I'm talking out loud, I want you to know that you're not alone. And I have come to realize myself, and I have to continually remind myself that my to-do list may be growing in different ways. It's no different than it was before my husband passed away. It's now just me that's marking those to-dos on the to-do list and crossing those off. Now, don't come at me hating on me, telling me that my kids need to help more, because they're all wonderful and they all help. There are certain things that your kids just cannot do. You know what I mean? There are certain things for that to-do list, or just the adult or the parent. And now that there's just me, it's like the to-do list just keeps to-doing, if that makes sense. But I was also reminded as I laid in bed feeling a little overwhelmed that if the devil can't make you bad, he's gonna make you busy. And I really have to keep that in check and completely surrender my to-dos each and every day. So the things that are on my to-do list, are they also the things on what God's to-do list is for me? I'm not saying that you can't do the things that are, that have these deadlines for bills and deadlines for business, or things for you can't not cook for your family. Like, you can't not grocery store. Your kids and your family wouldn't have food. Like, you can't not go to work because you don't have the money to pay those things. I'm not saying those things, but I think we have a tendency to mesh in that energy in those to-dos. Like, it's not that we don't have the time to do this or that. It's we depleted all of our energies on the certain things that have us to doing. So this morning I am gonna drink my coffee this morning, and I'm gonna just pray that God really highlights those to-dos for me today. And the ones that can hold off until tomorrow, he'll highlight those. And the ones that need to come completely off of my list, that he would just challenge me in a way to just take them off, convict me in a way to take them off. And because I don't want to make myself so busy that I'm not enjoying the moment. So I want to encourage you that if you feel like your to-do list is to-doing, you're a widow like me, you have to first off give yourself some grace and say, you know what, there's just one of you now to doing that list. But if you are overwhelmed with life and you have all those subcategories, and you made lists that the list need the list, and so on for categories and subcategories, realize that does the devil have a hold of you to keep you busy, to keep you distracted from the things that God's called you to do? Is there time to take that to-do list and shake it up and kind of sift out what's unnecessary of your life? Because that, my friend, could be the purpose in your life that the devil's trying to keep you from. So if you got a to-do list that's to-doing, just know, have the Lord sift that out, and with God, all things are possible. You can either laugh, or you can cry, or you can do a little bit of both like I did. But you do your best, and you give the rest to God.